News Virginia, number 12, Isaac Clay.
Welcome, everybody. It's an AAC matchup here in the Dome Gymnasium, and we're glad to have a couple of fans back. They just revised the attendance policy that any Bluefield University athlete, student, or faculty member are all allowed into the Dome starting, and then every player is allowed to have 2 people. And I'm going to start off by saying this is a very good point in the season for the Rams. Of course, I don't know if you guys just heard, but Jeremiah Jenkins just got AAC Player of the Week for the 4th time in a row. And he has not just stopped. He got recognized at the last game for reaching 2,000 points, and he is just a monster on the court. We're going to start off by saying the St. Andrews players, the 5'10" sophomore guard from Laurinburg, North Carolina, Garrett McRae. The sophomore point guard standing at 5'10" from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Manaz Drummond. The freshman forward from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Myron Williams. The 5'10" senior from Newport News, Virginia, Isaac Clay. And rounding it out, the junior forward sitting at 6'7" from Clearwater, Florida, transfer from Weber International, Israel Adkins, head coached by Randy Hernandez, assistant by Randall Johnson. We're going to go to your Bluefield University Rams. Number 14, the forward from Fairmont, West Virginia, Brandon Shields. Number 15, the forward grad student from Wendell, North Carolina, Volante Carroll. Number 11, the forward. A tip-off goes to Jeremiah Jenkins. Like I said, the 4-time AAC Player of the Week, getting his 4th one in this week. Pass over to Rob Littlejohn, top of the key. Carroll driving in. Little turn, little jump ball. It's going to go with St. Andrews. I apologize for some technical difficulties. Carroll over to Bullock. Bullock drives in, step back, just in the paint. Carroll comes back up. It'll be another 2 on the board for the Rams. McRae over to Clay. Just beyond the arc. A little out. Little John driving up. Out to Jeremiah Jenkins. They're now no good. Recovered by Clay. Duo of 11. Bounce pass over. Up and out, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Bullock for the throw-in. Four-court press by the Knights out in Laurinburg, North Carolina, bordering South Carolina. Over 15 feet, and it's good. Drummond looks for the open man. Over to McRae. McRae to Adkins. Kind of dribbles around, but comes back down. Jenkins passes the timeline. Top of the key. And are now no good. Clay. Beyond the arc. Inside. No trouble for Adkins. Adkins comes out. Carroll comes with it. Jenkins drives down, bad pass, Littlejohn. Littlejohn up and sinks it. Drummond. Man coverage. Looking confusion. Drummond not able to get his hands on it. Little John with the steal. Bounce pass over to Jeremiah Jenkins. Up by Little John. Oh, unsuccessful. Adkins comes down with it. Drummond. Getting his team in position. Clay tries to drive up. Foul on Christian Bullock. His first foul of team first. Throwing coming from Clay. Over to Adkins. But out. Over to McRae. McRae beyond the arc. They're now no good. Bullock drives right beside the arc. With open three, and it's good. Coming from Shields. Drummond. Near midcourt. Cuts in. Over to Clay. Drives out. Over to Drummond. 3-point attempt, unsuccessful. Shields. Over to Bullock. Bullock with an open shot. Carroll able to recover. Comes out to Bullock, but stolen by Clay. Clay with fast break opportunity. He makes it a 9-4 game in favor of the Rams. Little John. Over to Carroll. Back to Little John, top of the key. It's the board, unsuccessful. Clay. Over to Williams. Williams up. And he'll make a layup. Drives in. On 15. We're on. Right under the net. Blocked. Foul called on Israel Adkins, the junior forward. Little Volante Carroll at the line for two. First one up and good. Over and out, no good. 10-6. Williams. Over to Clay. Blocked attempt by Bullock. Get past his hands. Williams pressures in Carroll. Turns around. Over the goal. Jenkins gets his handle on it. Pushing in and up. And he'll draw the foul. The old school three-point play. Jenkins at the line for one. Gets the and one. 14. 19. Drummond. He'll drive in. Bounce pass up. Blocked. Shields comes down with it. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins behind the back. It was in screen. That's from within the arc. Unsuccessful. Clay driving in. Right beyond it. In and out, no good. Jenkins, long pass to Shields, open three, and he drains it.
Field goal number 14, Brandon Shields.
Drummond. Presser up. Trayshawn Wright, the freshman from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So he goes back to Drummond. Over blocked by Carroll. Stitt with his. Shields up and good. 2 for 2 in the last minute. And a timeout called by St. Andrews. We're going to thank some of our sponsors. Since 1989, Black Tie Chargers has gone the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Chargers. Make your next event special with Chick-fil-A at the Mercer Mall Catering. The Chick-fil-A Mercer Mall locations offers options such as nuggets, strips, salads, and boxed meals. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. That's signifying that the timeout is over. 13:05 left to play. Rams up 17-6. Knights ball, Minaj Drummond. Goes over to Wright. Pass to Williams, pass to Drummond. Clay. They get past the hands of Omega Stitt. Rings around, but no good. Stitt comes down with it. Hold on. Push out to Jenkins, top of the three. Sinks out. Williams comes down with it. Clay. Over to Williams. Looks for the three. Clay. Back out to Wright. Williams back to Wright. Up. And no good. Carroll comes down with it. Jenkins. Check that Stitt. Screen pass. Carroll comes up. And he'll go to the line for two. 11:52 to play. Carroll, the blocking machine, has been stopping everything in his path the last couple of nights as that goes up and good. Another one put up. He'll go 2 for 2 at the line. Rams playing full court press. Senadis trying to block. Little John lays on top of McRae. Ball with the Rams. And no good. McRae comes down with it. Foul called on Jenkins. Throw-in coming from Williams. Easy given out to Clay. Drummond. McRae drives in with a couple of defenders. Foul called on Brandon Shields. Third team foul. They're all tied up in fouls. Score 19-6. And McRae will go to the line for two. Hometown hero from Scotland High School in Laurenburg. Up and no good. Trent Dunn looking to come in, next dead ball. Stitt comes down with it. Jenkins. That's the timeline back over to Stitt. Across to Jenkins, up and good. Drummond. Handoff right. Right drives in, out to Williams. Over to McRae, long three. And Sinatus comes down with it. Webb over to Shields. And he has just been dropping dimes from everywhere on the court. Another three for the big man. On three unsuccessful for the Knights. Littlejohn to Jenkins. And now no good. Recovered. Rolls right back into the hands of Jenkins. Right in for 15, and it's good. Score now 26-6. Oh. Pass out to nobody. Oh, and they're going to say it's still St. Andrew's ball after it was a pass to nobody from McRae. Check that Clay. Clay to throw in. Long pass to Clark. Trent Dunn on the court. Drummond. Drives up. Tosses it over. Williams couldn't get just right under that alley-oop attempt. Done. Back to Webb. Check that Stitt. Sinatus drives up. Blocked. Still comes down with it. Recovers it for himself. Foul called. Assume it's going to be on Trayshawn Wright.
Fouls on number 14. Broden Clark at the line for two. Wycliffe Sinatus.
Sinatus now at the line for two. First one unsuccessful. Second one up. And over. And this comes up with it and still puts two on the board. Drummond over to Wright. Right to Clay. Clay drives, puts it up, and drains it. Finally, the break from the drought that the Knights were having on the court. 28-8. Dunn loses the ball. Fast break opportunity for Drummond. Puts it up, unsuccessful. Sinatus comes down with it. Across, tipped out by Wright. It's probably his best option to stop that fast break opportunity for the Rams. Stittle to throw in. Stitt will throw in. Jenkins. Looking for an open man, drives. Right being the arc. And sinks it. Two more on the board for the Rams. .38 to score. Put up and in from Trayshawn Wright. From Cape Fear High School in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Dunn. Drives in, pushes his way up. Kind of blocked. Wright. Past the timeline. Tries to get past Jenkins. Almost blocked by Stitt. Almost knocked out. Thrown back in. Great court awareness by the grad student. Jenkins. There's a cross done. Put up. He'll get the old school three-pointer attempt. 32-10. Sanders coming into this contest 2-15. The Rams coming in 10-16. The only a one-game difference in the record as that goes up and no good. St. Andrews kind of changing up their tempo. Right to Drummond. Clark drives up, puts it up and in. Done. Christian Bullock back in the game. Bullock out into a Sinatus, unsuccessful, broken up by Clark. Clark out. They'll come back down with Dunn. Dunn running fast and out. Over to Bullock. Bullock open three and he'll make it. Rams is dropping dimes absolutely everywhere on this court tonight. Put up by Williams. Blocking foul called on Wycliffe Sinatus. Sage McClellan comes in for Stitt. Open man Williams knocks down Sinatus. Done. Bullock drives in, cuts back. McClellan put up by Bullock, in and out, no good. Out to right. McRae puts it up and in. Six and a half minutes left here in the first half. You know, they always say that the first half goes quicker than the second in these men's games. Trent out to an open Bullock. And he swishes that one. The quadruple team on Bullock not really working with him in that situation. Cuts up. Foul called on Christian Bullock. (38-16). And yeah, of course, with the 2-15 team, St. Andrews is actually giving quite a bit of gap as that shot from Williams is no good, and McClellan comes down with it. Fast tempo really working for the Rams today. Little John. Dunn not really happy that he missed that. McClellan drives in, puts it up, and sinks it. McRae, freshman, comes across midcourt, drives in, fumbled with, they say Clay's not out. Clay tries to drive up, makes a long three, and it's in. Dunn having to fix his shoes. Little John to bring it in. Dunn. Hand off McClellan. McClellan hand off Jenkins. Jenkins passes out. Over to Jenkins, back again. Unsuccessful. Clay comes down with it. Comes across, cuts in, fumbles with the ball. Foul called on McClellan. And McRae's going to go to the charity stripe. Rams over doubling. St. Andrews currently. Clark is stolen by Little John. Fast break opportunity, puts it up. Carroll there to get it, puts it up again. Unsuccessful. Right. Over to McRae. Clay comes across the timeline. It's over Williams. Williams to Clark. Back to Williams. Layup. And put back up. Two more. 41-21. Just over 4 minutes remaining. McClellan. Out to Carroll. Carroll comes it. McClellan puts it up and in. That's a young foul that I'm excited to see on the court for a couple more years. Only a sophomore. Clark. Unsuccessful. Jenkins. Bounce pass done. Put up and in.
That's the good by number 30, Trent Dunn.
Stolen by Rob Littlejohn. Fast break. And the dunk.
Littlejohn.
Nothing. Can't stop that man. Put up. Carroll and Dunn both trying to come down with it. 2:50 left in the first half. Jenkins top of the key.
Number 15, Devontae Carroll, his first team 7.
Get a little confusion, but foul was on Volante Carroll. And with that foul, it puts St. Andrews in the bonus. McRae. Or Jim Drummond pushes in and gets past a couple Rams defenders almost to the goal. Jenkins. Screen. Jenkins puts it up, and a foul called. He came down hard. Hopefully the young man's okay. Jeremiah Jenkins at the line for 2 now. Trying to see if he can extend this 16-point lead. 26-point lead. First one up and good. Puts up and in. Drummond. Curves out right. Back to Williams. Top of the key, 3. Unsuccessful. Shields trying to get a handle on it. Up past the stit. Put up. And drops in by Roberts. I think Roberts came in and around the semester break. Puts another big man up. As that trickles around, that's got to be disheartening for Clark. Done. Roberts long 3 and in. Nick Roberts is a dangerous man. Drummond. Looks like the Rams are being just a little too much. Put up by McRae. Unsuccessful. Foul called on Nick Roberts. Nick Roberts, the junior transfer from Elizabeth City State University. That's up and no good. Put up. And in. Don. Over to De La Rosa. They say he stepped out. Drummond. Pass to McRae. McRae drives for 15 feet as De La Rosa comes down with it. Dunn. Presses in, over to Dylan De La Rosa. Traveling. Calling on De La Rosa. No shot clock. 17 seconds left. Rosa drives up and in. Long three. Comes out. Williams comes down with it. Clark with the long three, and he'll make it. 4 seconds left. Overthrown from Roberts. And there's 1.7 seconds left, and I would assume that I told it. They're trying to make a long three. Hits the paint, no good. And that's going to be your half. Rams currently lead 54-25. We'll be back here shortly. More here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
And we're back here for second half play. And just an update on the women's game. As it's driven up and knocked out. As Bullock to throw in. The women fell at Bryan College, the undefeated 20-0. And one of the conference, easily top 25 team in the country. Bryan College, 76-54, about 30 minutes ago. This is driven out right beyond the arc. Little John and in. Pushed up and comes in. That was put up by Israel Jenkins. Pushed over to Shields. Shield puts up. Jenkins drives in. Within the field goal arc, and that's up and good. Drummond over to Williams. Pushed away. Push Drummond. Drummond comes in. Williams not really expecting that pass. Three. Up and in by Isaac Clay. Makes this a 29-point lead for the Rams. Bullock over to Carroll. Carroll drives in. Out to Shields. Shields with the three. Unsuccessful. Isaac Clay comes across the timeline. Puts it up. No good. Jenkins. Cuts across. Within the arc. Up and good. Two more on the board for Jeremiah Jenkins, who's already reached 2,000 points and was recognized as last week's game. That goes out to McRae. McRae drives in. Put up and in. 61-33. And off Shields. Over to Bullock. Jenkins. Pushes in. Tries to get across. Still puts it up. Unsuccessful fresh shot clock. Put up and in by Vellante Carroll. Williams. Push off. Shot unsuccessful. Bullock drives, press forward, tries to throw it out. Jump ball called. It's still going to be with the Rams. We'll look to throw in. Jenkins pushes in. Across the Bullock. Bullock puts it up. Three. It's the pain. McRae drives past Bullock. Euro step, put up two. Timeout called by St. Andrews. St. Andrews trying to formulate the way that they're going to put up a three. And we're going to, if I can find the game log real quick. We're thankful to our sponsors. Since 1984, Swope Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. QB Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. QB Networks going further with the Rams. Jeremiah Jenkins with 16 points tonight, not far behind. Brandon Shields with 11, followed by Rob Littlejohn and Vellante Carroll. Lead scorer for the Knights. Isaac Clay with 15. only double points. Shields, straight open man, bounce pass. Bullock, push off, up and in. Christian Bullock, that was an insane two right there. McRae, Williams top of the key. Out to Atkins. Fake three. Drummond, push up right beside the arc and sinks it. Rams still able to go point for point with St. Andrews, but we're seeing a lot more of that scoring. Big offensive battle. Bullock across Little John. Long three, bounces around. Clay comes down with it. Push up Clay. I don't know about that call. Called on Jeremiah Jenkins. As Isaac Clay will go to the line for two. It's up and in. 38-65. The Phoenix Unites actually have a much better percentage of field goal made from the free throw. The Rams are actually under 50%, although we've seen a bunch of threes are under 50. And another three put up by Jenkins. Williams comes down with it. Hanover trying to count in. Foul called. Foul called on Brandon Shields. It's his third. Israel Atkins at the line, the junior from Clearwater, Florida. Transfer from Weber International. We talked about some of those big Florida schools in the NAIA. Warner and Weber International not too far. I believe they're actually joining the conference next year along with a couple other Florida teams in certain sports, including also teams that are also included as that's put up and drops in. Not a missed around, full court press. As that knocks out. Still with the Rams. What I was saying was other teams that are included in coming into the conference next year for certain sports like men's volleyball, football, and wrestling are St. Thomas, Kaiser, Bruton Parker, Life, and a couple. I know the Mid-South Conference is actually a ginormous conference, so it probably wouldn't hurt for them to bring a lot more in for some of the other schools. Rob Littlejohn goes across the court. Dribbles in. Down to Bullock. Out to Jenkins. Jenkins. Jumper three. In. Jeremiah Jenkins with the three. McRae. Foul called on Christian Bullock. Derwin coming for Isaac Clay. Williams. Trying to drive in. On through from Clay, up and in. 68-42. Nice try to charge back with the lead. Bullock. Screen from Wycliffe. Put up by Stitt, up and in. He sinks that three. (71-42). Not blocked. And knocked out. They're going to say the ball's going to go with St. Andrews. Clay to throw in. A little bit of argumentation with the refs. Out to Drummond. McGrew slipped up, still drives in. Drummond. Looks for the open man. Pushes up, top of the key. Up, rolls around the rim. Stick comes down with it. Stick comes across timeline. Pushes in. Over 15 feet, up and no good. Williams comes down with it. Clay. Long three. Roberts comes down with it. Jenkins drives. Bullock. Alley-oop. To Little John. No sweat off their back. 12:45 left to go. Foul called on Jeremiah Jenkins. Called with the foul. Foul's kind of racking up as the Knights have 0, Rams have 4. Out to Trayshawn Wright. McRae drives in for 15 feet, no good. Roberts over to Stitt. Stitt drives him out of bounds. Foul called on Drummond. Throw-in coming from Stitt. First foul of the half for the Knights. Dunn. Drives in, hand off Stitt. Stitt to Roberts. Roberts shuffles around, puts it up, no good. McRae. Just cross midcourt. Over to Clay. Clay to Wright. McRae trying to put it up. Blocking foul. Foul called on Rob Littlejohn. Garrett McRae, the sophomore from Lurburg, North Carolina. As that's up, sinks around, but no good. Put up and sinks it. Done. Across midcourt. Over around Roberts. Stitt. Over to Roberts. Littlejohn. Stitt. Over to Roberts. Drives in, back out to Stitt. Open three. Hits the rim and is out. On three, Drummond trying to get it. Stitt gets up with it. Long pass to Dunn. Hand off Roberts, kind of spins off his ball. Clay puts it up and drains it. Dunn. Hand off Bullock. Bullock hand off Stitt. Dunn. Right within the arc. No good. Clay. Long throw from Clark. Up and in. 3 more put on the board for St. Andrews. Out to Roberts. From within. Comes up. Williams. Hands off to Clay. Williams pressing in across the Drummond. Drummond drives up. Fake handoff. 3 from Clay. This is knocked out by Drummond. And a big hit from Little John. Sage McClellan coming in with the exchange. It's a blocking violation. Clay, long pass to Drummond. Stitt tries to get his hands on it. Drummond drives up. Jenkins. Timeout called from Bluefield. We're going to thank a couple more of our sponsors. Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has gone the extra mile and provides clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. Since 1984, Swopes Construction's led innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. Giving Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company to sell and comparable to cable with no data cap. Giving Networks going further with the Rams. The grind 1-3 string trees offer regional flavors while employing a unique culture around their brand. Come see the Bluefield University Coaches Show every day. I'm at Monday night at 7, and I hope that we can get back doing a couple more of those shows. I know you guys absolutely love them, and thank you guys so much for joining. I know with limited visitation that most of you guys, if you could, were able to try to make it out. Not too much excitement. Of course, the mask mandate maybe had a little bit of weighing down on them, but I think they're just glad that they can all show up tonight. And as the Rams make their way back onto the court with just under 10 minutes, so I guess if men's basketball headquarters, the 4th quarter. Omega Stitt to throw in. Full court press. Dunn. Trying to make it past Clay. Roberts. Long over to McClellan. McClellan up to Stitt. Stitt curves up. Roberts puts it back up. Still no good. And he does put it up and gets that 2 points on the board. 24-point lead for the Rams. Just under 9.5 minutes to go. Clay drives in. Travel called on Isaac Clay. He's not happy with that. Kind of fell into the shoulder of McClellan. Very vocal about his disdain towards that call. And the pass back from Jenkins over to Dunn. McClellan over to Roberts. Roberts has just got such a height advantage. Step back 3. Step back 2 on the board. Rams extending to their lead. Clay to Drummond. Drummond right. Right back to Clark. Clark around the corner to Williams. But stolen by Dunn. Dunn puts it up and in. Putting it up. Bobbles around, unsuccessful. Carroll comes down with it. Long pass from McClellan. Jenkins getting handle on it. Drives up. Rams ball still. Done with the throw-in. Trying to create a lot more movement. Long pass. Stolen. And put up. Drummond trying to raise the roof in a not-so-home crowd. We're not too happy about that. Jenkins. Let's put it up. Up. And drains it. Nick Roberts having a really solid opener of his career here at Bluefield University. Drummond presses. And off to right. Up, and Clark puts it up and in. (81-55). Across to Roberts. Roberts for 15 feet. As it kicks around, Drummond comes up with it. Long pass to Williams. Up and in. 81-57. Done. Across. Jenkins, long three, up and in. Easy three from the grad student. Put up and in by Clay. Pretty large margin as they push up. Up and in from Roberts. And a little couple substitutions going on. Trey Jones making his way onto the court for the first time this evening. Clay. Williams up and in. Duns. Quick momentum. Put up by McClellan. Put back up. McClellan over to Roberts. Roberts tries to get it unsuccessful. Clay comes down with it. Clay comes across midcourt. Long three. Up and in. 86-65. Done. And on McClellan. Out to Jones. Jones put up and in for 15. And that one drops in. Pass out of McClellan. And off Jenkins. Up Trey. Nick Roberts puts another two on the board. 90-67. Up in there. St. Andrew's going to draw the foul. 4:40 left here in gameplay. Up and drops in from Dunn. Check that. Lopsided foul is long from Jones. Unsuccessful. Clay comes down with it. 90-70. Up. Carroll comes down with it. Put up by Dunn. 92-70. Long three. Successful. Jones comes down with it. Trying to press his in. Foul called. Foul called on Isaac Clay. Trey Jones will go to the line for two. Oh, check that. Down to throw in. Pass out to Jenkins. He gets screen. Jones with a long three. It's up and in. Trey Jones on the board tonight. Williams presses in. Come around. Up. Jones comes down with it. Out. Cuts around. Long over to Dunn. Up and in. Easy layup for the Rams. Drummond trying to get past a couple more as Jones comes down with it. Out to Jenkins. Put up by Dunn. Rams gonna break 100 here tonight, folks. Only other team they did the against was Kentucky Christian earlier this season. Just under 3 minutes to play.
15, Valente Carroll hits second. Team 8 with the line for two. Number 14, Brody Clark.
Brody Clark, that one goes up and no good. Check that up and in. That one's up. Jigs around. Sinatus comes down with it. Over to Jenkins. Three from him. And he drains that one. That's a stamp you put to go into the triple digits. Clark. As it gets around, Jenkins steals it. Up to Dunn. Big dunk from number 30, Trent Dunn. Rams just having fun with it. Morgridge. Out to Hayes. Cross to Clark. Long three. No good. Dunn. On pass to McClellan. Jones. Pushes up and in. Sinatus puts it back up and in. Just under 2 minutes left here in the half, and Rams deciding they're going to put a mark on this win by just hammering in this win. Dutchess Dairy offers whole 2% chocolate milk ketchup yogurt in the heart of the plant of Rural Retreat, Virginia. Dutchess Dairy, the Rams' choice for milk. Community Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than the outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. Community Networks going further with the Rams. The Grind, 1 of 3 spring treats to offer regional flavors while employing a unique culture around their brand. The Grind never stops. Ivo Sperone, a junior from Winter Aires, Argentina. Pass to Dunn, he's able to recover. As he goes past a couple, Stitt. Dunn. Wiping off a little more clock. Jones. 3. Bounces around. Zenaidis comes up with it. Put back up. Zenaidis able to get it again and puts it back up. 108-71. Trent Dunn with 60 seconds left. Jones pushes it up. Pushed out. Out to Hayes. Long three, in and out, no good. Swiped and put back up. McClung comes down with it. Dunn cuts across and put up, and it goes in. 110. 30 seconds left. Foul called. It's like I said earlier, the fouls are pretty lopsided. The Rams accumulating 8. St. Andrews is 2. Haven't seen that many timeout calls either. On the line, Hayes puts it up. Hayes comes down with it. Over to Dylan De La Rosa. Across, Pendleton puts it up and in. Getting his first varsity 2. Hayes over to Sperone. 6 seconds left. Joshua Huff. As that's up. And will get his hands across with Dylan De La Rosa. .9 seconds left. And Sperone's going to go to the line. Check that, they're going to add back some time. Dylan De La Rosa. And that's your final, folks, tonight. Bluefield University takes this one 112-74. We thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And if you stick around, we're going to try to see if we can get a post-game interview with Coach. And we'll be back here shortly here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Like I said, the Rams win this one, 112-74 over the St. Andrew Knights. I'm here with standout senior Trent Dunn. Trent, what'd you make of the game?
It was a good game, man. It was a test for us, come in. St. Andrews, we knew that their record wasn't the best, but we was trying to come in and keep better today.
And, of course, you guys kind of kept it very dominant. There were some points in time where you guys kind of let that lead kind of get a little smaller, but you guys kind of remained dominant. What kind of gave you that good headspace to not kind of overlook a team that does come into here 2-15?
In the past, we actually would play down to our competition and stuff like that, but today we was trying to, Coach kept telling us, play up to your competition and don't take them for granted and play every possession through the bats, just get back and keep playing. And that's what we did today.
And today we got to see a little bit of number 21, Nick Roberts. Kind of talk to us of what he's done to your team chemistry
Yeah, Nick actually went here last year. He transferred to Elizabeth City State, and we glad to have him back because he gives us a balance to the court with his mid-range jumper. Is so good, man. That good pick and pop for me. It opens up a lot of space too. So he's a good piece to our team for sure.
And of course, we just got the word that fans are allowed to come back in starting today.
Yeah.
So tell everybody why they need to come out to Wednesday's game against Monterey.
You said why?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a good game. Monterey's a really good team. They always play hard, and we just trying to get better each and every day. We trying to get that record, get to the top. So.
Well, Trent, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, man.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and take it easy, Rams fans.